Hello, I'm Dina Ocampo from the UP College of Education. This presentation is about choosing a thesis topic. For starters, we need to have the mindset that everything is researchable. We need to read and listen to areas of study which resonate with your own personal interests and situation. I do the same all the time. You also have to look for a topic, read up on it, and see if you can put together some ideas related to this topic. It's like trying them out for size when you go shopping for a dress or for a piece of clothing. You do need to try them out and see if they suit you. Trying them out allows you to select, and selecting is an important process in choosing a thesis topic. Remember, the topics don't come out of thin air. You need to base them on what you've read and learned over the years. You must also consider real boundaries. For example, if you are enrolled in the program of reading education at the UP College of Education, naturally, your paper should be on literacy and literacy education. But it also helps if you know the faculty research interests in your area, because their expertise will be a good resource for your decisions. Um, what they write about, what they publish on, what they research on, signify their areas of interest and expertise. And it is always better to be supervised by someone who knows the research literature very well. You also need to look at your time. What are the boundaries or limits of your time? Is there data available? Or can data be produced? Is the accessibility going to be feasible? These are questions that you must be able to answer. You don't want to do a paper that will um, force you to collect data for many years, because this won't suit the time frame of your thesis and of your degree. You also need to consider your own skills. First, what skills do you already have? And second, what skills, how much time do you have to learn new skills? You might have a study that will require you to do very complex statistical analyses. If you don't have those skills yet, then how are you going to get those skills within the time frame that you have set out for yourself? And finally, very real consideration here is money and funding. This is what actually helps us to limit the scope of what we are going to do, because we should do it in such a way that our funds will not run out before our thesis is done. We need to make sure that the research we will do can be finished with the resources that we have. Another source for finding a research topic would be low-hanging fruits. You need to read widely. I keep on saying this, but this is really the rock on which your decisions will be based. You need to check out the recent papers advised and published by the faculty in your area. For example, um, these papers show you, and they are palpable indicators of what they are specialized in. They have specialized in, rather. They have read the literature, they know the methodologies for these topics, and so advising you will be very easy for them. It will also be very easy for you to learn from them, because they know their subject matter very well. The adage that says we stand on the shoulders of those who came before us is very true when you are thinking of a research topic that is closer to you. Whether they are giants or not, what they work on is an important step towards finding a research topic. One of the tricks I do, and I advise my students to do, is to look at the recommendation section of dissertations and thesis in, in your area, because always this section will have suggestions for future research. You may also build on the library research you've been doing all throughout your coursework since you started your degree program. And so you will know what you like and what you don't like to do. And this in itself is a low-lying fruit. Maybe there is something at work that interests you. Is there any area in your school or workplace which is ripe for systematic study, and the findings of which can contribute to theory and the understanding of literacy? Your boss might like this idea and therefore be generous in giving you some time off to do your research or to collect data. This could also help in connecting with potential respondents and participants. You also need to connect to your purpose. What do you want to be when you grow up? After this master's program, what is your purpose as an educator, as a teacher, as an administrator? What is that purpose? I think it's very important for you to see that the thesis is a way to get to that purpose. So focus on a topic that will take you to your target and to your purpose as an educator and professional. Finally, will this topic sustain you? Will you stay engaged and interested? Um, Remember, you are looking at prolonged engagement. You're looking at least at a year of invested time doing the readings and writing about your paper. So it has to be compelling, compelling enough for you to see through until the end. You also need to determine who will inspire you. Of course, your family, your friends, your loved ones, your God. These are sources of inspiration. But there are also more practical sources of inspiration. Sometimes having funding available is inspirational enough. Sometimes you need to be able to find an advisor or supervisor you can work with very well, that your communication lines are open, your communication is easy with a potential advisor. That is a source of inspiration. For me, having a research group or a research team or a group of academics who study the same thing, that for me is inspiration because I learn from them very much on the research areas that I am interested in. One of the things I tell my students who are doing their thesis is, will your topic make the world a better place for others? In our area of research, that would be students, teachers, and people who are engaged with literacy practice. Will your thesis contribute to making the world better for them? And therefore, if you find a topic that will check that as a yes, then you need to decide, will it see me through until the very end? Will my interest be sustained throughout the thesis journey? Thank you very much.